What's up YouTube, it's JVceo. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Today is a freestyle video. I'm giving you two videos in one, right? If you look to the left of me, which probably is the right of the screen, you're going to see a black little bag here, right? I'm unveiling a new watch at the end of the video. But I've had a lot of questions. By the way, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video, and share your comments as well. Tell me what you think about the watch, and then just tell me what you think about my journey as well, or if it's similar to yours. I've had a lot of questions with regards to, you know, what drives me, what my work ethic is like, what you know, how I came up, and I'm not there yet, but I mean, I think I've just gradually kept progressing, and I think people have always just observed that from maybe from afar or from, you know, within my inner circle. And I've had a lot of new followings recently as well across all my social media platforms, and I thought, what better way to actually really introduce myself, almost like a get to know me kind of video, right? I try and make it as concise as I can. I may miss out a few things along the way. But basically, obviously, if you don't know, my name is John Victor. That's my actual name. In terms of where I started from, a lot of people don't know this. I'm going to drop some. In fact, a lot of my friends don't even know this. If they've known me from, let's say, a particular age, they might not know this. But I actually wasn't born in the UK. So I was born in Nigeria, grew up in Nigeria up until the age of, I think, 14 or 13. I can't remember. Went boarding school back home in Nigeria. Yeah, boarding school was tough, man, but I think that's probably what's still kept me going till now in terms of the work ethic. Moved over to the UK 2007, I would say, so probably been over here around 13 years, about literally half of my life, practically speaking. Yeah, so done that, came over. It was very difficult because I felt like I never belonged anywhere. So when I was in boarding school, I left Nigeria when I was in JS3, which is the equivalent of like year 9. So I was literally just starting to bond with my classmates and so on and so forth, and then uprooted over to the UK. But when I came over here, I felt like everyone was so far gone that I became an outsider. And I think that's probably where that introverted personality actually develops from, because then I sort of started minding my own business. Got into a lot of fights when I was younger, because obviously coming over here, wanting to prove yourself and not be taken advantage of. You know what it's like in secondary school, man, from the cussing and so on and so forth. So yeah, I've always been a fighter from a young age. I don't really fight no more. I'm more intelligent. I could diffuse things with my verbals. So that was that. So year 9 got to the UK. I believe year 9, yeah, year 9 or year 8, but I think year 9. Anyways, from there, I was a slow burner initially, but I'd say from around year 10, I started doing a lot better academically as well. I connected with a lot of great teachers that actually helped me uncover my full potential. Then I went on in year 10 to start selling, actually tell a lie, in year 11 / the first year of sixth form, I went on to start selling jumpers. I sold a lot of jumpers. If you remember, if you know me from a while back, you remember the Victorious jumpers. So I sold a lot of jumpers, made a good amount of money from it. Then I invested into buying puppies, 2 Rottweiler puppies, the dogs that you probably see on my snaps and stuff. Follow me on Snap if you're not following me, by the way. My Snap is JVceo. So yeah, so I've done that. I made a lot of money selling puppies. I think I would say I made probably around £15,000 selling puppies. And then, you know, in between this time as well, I got kicked out of school. Then I got, you know, my parents went to go beg. Well, my mum went to go beg, and some teachers begged on my behalf because they saw potential. I got reaccepted back into school. They let me sit my exams. I done well GCSE wise. I think I came out with, 9 A to C's. I can't remember, but something along those lines. Then I went off to college. I went off to St. Charles. And there, again, we had a lot of problems with, you know, back then, people from the South London. We had a lot of fights. Then I got kicked out of St. Charles after about probably 2 months. In the middle of that, I got arrested. You know, but again, no criminal records despite several arrests. Then I went back to my old school and begged, and they accepted me into their sixth form. But anyways, at this point, I had the clothing company. That was, I would say, my first official business. That was the clothing company. So I had that, done really well with it. I would say probably made around £7,000 from the clothing company. Then I went on to uni and I studied law. So I'm a law graduate. For those of you that don't know, so law graduate. Whilst I was at uni, actually, when I got into uni, it was a bit of a tricky one because obviously, like I said, I wasn't born in the UK, so I was classed as an international student, right? I was classed as an international student. That meant that, you know, I had no recourse to public funds. I couldn't get the loans and the grants and so on and so forth. So I actually paid my way through uni, funded it, you know. Obviously got some support from family here and there, but the bulk of it I funded myself through uni. But in hindsight, I came out with no debt, so that's great. So yeah, I'd done that. Bearing in mind, I already had a lot of money. Well, not a lot of money. I had some money going into uni, so I used that to sort of fund certain things. I worked, hustled. In uni, I started my second business, which was an events company. I'm going to try and put some clips in right now. I've done events with pretty much everyone, man. J Hus, Tion, Angel, Fecky, Spades, you name them. I've done events with pretty much all of them. So yeah, I done events in uni. It was a great way of just, you know, of building my sort of portfolio as well. And I'll be honest with you, it helped me sort of get into properties, because then I bought my first property in, I'd say, 2011, or maybe early 2012. And again, that probably came from money from the events that I was doing at that point. My first property wasn't in the UK. I bought my first property as a land investment back home in Nigeria. And then from there, really, I started running. I fell in love with the property game and just started buying a lot of properties back home, and eventually started buying a lot of properties in the UK as well. Well, not a lot, but a fair amount, conservatively. So that was that. And whilst I was at uni, I started working. I worked in a retail store. You know, I worked in a retail store. You know what, right? Whilst I'm telling you the story, I'm going to start opening this just so we could save time. So whilst I was at uni, I started working a retail job, and I'm a workaholic, if you know me. I'm a very intelligent guy, and I always apply myself. You know, I always perform above what's required, and doing that, essentially speaking, got me an assistant manager position, or an assistant manager role, which again helped me, because now that meant that I was on a salary. It helped me with purchasing properties in the UK, and then, you know, from there I sort of drifted into several other businesses. So I started a company, a commercial cleaning company, in 2014, which ended up doing really well. Let's get this open quickly. Right, but anyway, so I started a property maintenance company, which ended up doing really well. Launched it in 2014 and built it up from nothing, and we done great. Well, I done great because I was a sole owner of the company. In between this period, I've done several other things. Not so much now. I still do occasionally, but I started imports. So I went out to China. I'd import stuff into the UK. I'd export stuff into Nigeria, that sort of stuff. And yeah. And then from there, you know, bought more properties, done a lot more business, and, you know, just kept progressing. For me, I was never looking for the full picture. I was looking at the pieces of the puzzle. What can I add to my game? What can I add to my game? What business can I add on to the businesses I have at the moment? And that's how I kept building it. I think the problem is a lot of the times people are looking for a full picture. They want to have it figured out now. I never really always had it figured out. I still don't have it figured out. I may have maybe X amount figured out, or X amount of years figured out, or X amount of wealth figured out. But in terms of what the I wouldn't even say pinnacle, but let's say pinnacle. In terms of what the pinnacle is, I don't have that figured out. But also bear in mind that success is a moving target. At the moment, obviously, I have the property company, a coaching consultancy company. We still part own a garage and a few other bits along the way. E-commerce brand as well, and that's it. But anyways, that's a bit about me. I hope I've not missed out much. It's a concise sort of brief history, if you may. Now share with me. Now it's time to unveil the new watch. Bam. I have chosen to treat myself, you know, but that's because I've practiced deferred gratification for a very long time. But also I'm very strategic in how I do things. And again, this is one of my strategic purchases. It's a Rolex, and let's have a look at it. Bam. That is a Rolex Yachtmaster rhodium dial, 40mm platinum bezel. There you go. I made the order yesterday and it came over today. Let's see. Right. Oh, fits perfectly actually. See if we can there we go. That's what you're looking at. So again, I'm not a watch channel, but I'm trying my best. See if we can focus it again. So yeah, that is the watch. So it's a lovely watch, complements my current collection, and I'm happy. And just a quick edit, I did mention about becoming an assistant manager. I actually progressed into being a store manager, doubled up as a regional manager for you know on a few occasions or for a period of time, yeah, that's that. So if I've forgotten anything, then apologies. If you've got any more questions, then just shoot that across, either just emailing me or just drop a comment, and I usually reply to all the comments. Ooh, this looks really banging, man. The camera isn't really doing it any justice, but yeah, anyways, enjoy the video. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you like the new watch, and yeah, if you've got any questions, just drop it in the comment section below, and I look forward to catching up with you guys next Sunday at 6 p.m. Make sure you subscribe and have a great week.